This black boy had only lit a cigarette, but the white police officer thought he was smoking drugs. The boy instantly sensed something was wrong. He hurriedly explained that he was a law-abiding citizen and that he was smoking an ordinary cigarette, but the officer didn't believe a word he said. Without any evidence, the officer prepared to arrest the boy and forcibly demanded that Jack lie on the ground for inspection. Faced with the officer's malicious framing, Jack could only keep explaining that he hadn't committed any crime. But Jack's behavior was misinterpreted by the officer as non-cooperation with the investigation. Then the officer called for backup. Eventually, Jack was pinned to the ground by 3 white officers. Jack kept begging the police for mercy, but the more he struggled, the harder they pressed.
I can't breathe! Get off me! I can't breathe!
Finally, he completely stopped breathing. However, the next second, Jack suddenly woke up in his girlfriend's bed. This made him very relieved. Jack thought it was all just a dream, but soon he realized something was wrong, because what happened next was exactly the same as in his dream. His girlfriend not only said the same words, but also broke a glass in the same way. Although Jack was very confused, he was in a rush to get to work and didn't dwell on it. After leaving the apartment, Jack lit a cigarette again. Just as Jack was about to leave, that familiar officer walked toward him again.
Hang on right here, fellas.
And the officer said the same words. This time, Jack didn't answer and prepared to leave directly. But the next second, the officer stopped him with the same excuse. But this time, the ending was different. Jack accidentally touched the officer's gun while resisting. The next second, he woke up in bed again. Jack instantly realized he was trapped in a terrifying time loop. He knew that going out now meant certain death, so Jack decided not to leave. Jack stayed at his girlfriend's place to help her make breakfast. Just when he thought he could get through the day safely, there was suddenly urgent knocking at the door. When his girlfriend looked outside, a group of FBI agents suddenly burst through the door. Jack was terrified by this scene. He didn't understand what he had done wrong.
What do you want me to do?
The next second, as expected, Jack was back in bed again. But Jack didn't give up. He firmly believed he could find a way to break the cycle. So this time, Jack proactively approached the officer. He asked him to take him home. However, after hearing this, the officer directly agreed. 10 minutes later, the police car stopped downstairs from Jack's building. After the two shook hands and said goodbye, Jack prepared to take out his key to open the door. But just then, an accident happened.